I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say?
Woo. This is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he?
Yep. The new lawsuit coming with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot. Like,
To us.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro.
That's crazy. A word or a sentence. Eminem, the best. Lloyd Banks, cool. Tony Ayo, that's my boy. Loyalty. 50 Cent, the rapper. Still got it, man. 50 Cent, the television producer. Just get going. Future. Oh, talent. Nas. The best. Jay-Z. Good business.
You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No. He destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
Jay goes, let's get it straight. Nobody's afraid of 50 Cent.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Well, at that point, his safe presentation, even the glasses, what the glasses represent? Intelligence, right? A nerd. What are some of the things that come along with you being a nerd? Like, don't hit a guy with fly. He's not identifying with the transition and difference and the perception of Jay-Z. Now he's really safe and people feel comfortable with him because they know he's not going to do anything inappropriate or try not to. Meanwhile, when he's saying he's not afraid of 50 Cent, why would you have to make that clear when no...
For years, tension between 50 Cent and Jay-Z lingered as industry talk rather than headlines. But the documentary reframes that friction with sharper focus. Both rose as architects of influence, shaped by contrasting approaches, one built on confrontation, the other on calculated restraint. By revisiting key moments, the narrative pushes a deeper question about power. Is culture shaped more by the voice that challenges openly, or by the one that operates quietly behind the scenes? And if real control often moves without noise, how much of hip-hop history have we misunderstood as coincidence?
They came out and said they're not.
Because Jay-Z and Puff was given an assignment. And that was to destroy East Coast rap. And what I mean by that, and I know people going like, yo, Gene is out of his mind and everything like that. Check this out, brother. Is that New York rappers was getting 800 to 1.2 or something larger than that and sign with labels back then. And they was getting a lot of money to make albums and records when they had guys down south that these labels was paying $250,000, $300,000 on record deals, and these guys was bringing back platinum albums and everything like that. So what they had to do was they had to keep New York rappers down. That's one reason, other than the Irv Gotti that 50 was going through and the poison they was putting in about 50, he had to go elsewhere to California or with Jay and not with Dre and Eminem to get a deal. They did not want East Coast rappers to get big. They were suppressing all new artists that was coming out of New York. Jay and Diddy was doing that. That's why when I heard your story, because I knew this for a long time, but when I heard Dame Dash that Jay wouldn't sign off on nothing, Jay wouldn't do this and Jay would that, because he couldn't let a Cameron blow up. He couldn't let an East Coast rapper like Beanie Siegel blow up. Because him and Diddy was giving that deal, we got to keep these East Coast rappers down. Because down south rappers, Cash Money, No Limit, Ludacris and them, they was taking little money and bringing back more money and making more money for them. So the record labels, I wouldn't say they was going to lose off.
At the height of physical sales, timing wasn't chance, it was strategy, and overlapping releases were often calculated pressure points. 50 Cent frames this not as fair competition, but as influence at work within a system that protects those already in control. When access begins to outweigh ability, the industry shifts from merit to leverage, leaving a difficult question. Where does competition end and obstruction begin?
Contract. The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
He had like 20 now. He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like fucking things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't see.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, he was like this, like Black Excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's crazy. He just looking at his watch during the whole Rock Nation, bro. Like, is it 3:30?
Yeah, it's almost time to get out. What the fuck? Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
Oh wow! So that's the deal he signed, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't.
While domestic charts suggested one story, global reach told another, and 50 Cent uses that contrast to redefine what success really means. His perspective highlights how promotion budgets can shape perception as much as performance, suggesting that dominance is often constructed, not just earned. If visibility can be engineered, then the idea of winning itself becomes far less certain.
Course Jay-Z as soon as possible, because I'm ready to shoot a documentary about Jay-Z, and I guarantee it will outgrow Diddy's documentary. If Beyonce sends me a legal letter on behalf of Jay-Z, I remind her to stay quiet. This is a dispute between men, and she has no right to interfere. I have to let everyone see the true face of Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Diddy have been longtime friends, and their business dealings never stopped. He frequently attends Diddy's parties, so why do people think he's innocent? Jay-Z and Diddy got involved in the same case in 2024, where a victim claimed she was assaulted by both Jay-Z and Diddy. I remember Jay-Z saying these were all rumors and that he was defending Diddy. But ironically, Diddy got arrested in 2025. And there's enough evidence to count his crimes on one hand. I've known them for 20 years, and I know how many bad things they've done behind the scenes. After Jay-Z founded his company, he repeatedly got into copyright disputes. In 1999, He was convicted of third-degree assault and served time in prison. He was unfaithful to Beyonce, and he was caught by Beyonce's sister. I think everyone has seen the footage of him getting beaten up in the elevator. I've already gathered the evidence, and I'm going to give Jay-Z a surprise.
Oh, yeah, before I forget this, we talked about Jay. Proximity to Diddy. You don't think he knew anything? He's seemingly around Diddy.
I don't know. That was a real suburban question.
Yeah, I know, right? Proximity.
Hold on.
Proximity. Proximity. That's the SAT hit parade word. I learned that.
Do you think he fucking knew all of the shit that was going on? Then that was like a...
I don't want to incriminate myself.
I know, but the way he said it,
like I said,
no matter how you answer that shit, you snitching.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a nice kind of
You asked the question like a fan.
Hey, I grew up with white people. If there's one thing I know, is how to get a black guy in trouble.
But here's a great question. Yo, just give him the Happy Meal before you ask him to snitch, bro.
You said, damn, they wasn't even drinking.
Speaking of, how the hell you pronounce Lechem?
Lechemindewa.
Okay.
It's the King's Path.
King's Path.
Because I know Branson.
Yeah.
That's the one I pronounce.
That's the Branson lifestyle. You're gonna be outside.
Biff, you're not worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took
real enough.
I took a pill. But it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
just
for
to
people to
acknowledge
feel
weird
like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved.
The Super Bowl moment exposed how alliances operate under maximum visibility. The M&M's push for inclusion stood against quieter resistance behind the scenes, reigniting the question of who decides legitimacy at the highest level. In that space, authority isn't just about talent, it's about approval. And when one presence depends on another's validation, it becomes clear that real power belongs to whoever controls the gate.
Need anything. None of the people that have vocalized that another man, and to me, again, that whole conversation has been feminine. But if you're going to say some like that, you should have actually done something to help the problem. But I never got the call from Ray saying, do you need anything? And anyone else that I've ever given, paid a bill, paid their rent, paid their college, any dollar, not one person, and I don't want them to, because they know I'm all right. But not one person has called and said, yo, could I send you something to help? But I don't need the help. But if you're going to talk about it, be about it. But to me, that's just a jab when you tell and promote a false narrative and say that I'm in such a bad place that another dude should help me. And that my tail's in between my legs to the extent because of a lawsuit that I would actually take that money. I'm a man. I don't want nobody to give me nothing but the opportunity to do what I got to do. And I don't see no opportunity. I don't want to perform for the Super Bowl. I'm not all right with the NFL. I'm still mad it ain't no black owners. We went from kneeling to being happy when we could perform for them. That wasn't what I was about. I was about ownership of our own league and taking pride in that. I'm not a court jester for everybody else to get good ratings. I know what we're being used for, and I'm not cool with that. So it's a big deal is to jump on a stage for a bunch of white owners? No, that's embarrassing to me. It's a spectacle. They're laughing at us. Like being tatted on the back by another culture is not how I judge my success. Only person that has the audacity to pat me on my back is my family. And they better, I'd be like, you better chill out. I don't want no pats on the back. I don't play that. I'm not in the patty pat club. On no level.
I feel you. But speaking of the NFL, I know right now Nicki Minaj, she calling out Jay, and I know Colin Kaepernick's wife, she called out Jay, saying that, you know, Jay did her husband wrong. But I don't know. You know, I don't know the backstory behind that, man. But I know it's going, you know, viral right now on social media. But I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the NFL right now in general?
You know, it's funny. She's cool. She's cool with my wife.
Artists around 50 Cent often describe him as present, hands-on, and directly involved, while Jay-Z is more frequently seen as distant, operating through layers of access. The contrast reveals two distinct power models, one rooted in visibility and connection, the other in exclusivity and control. In an industry where proximity can create opportunity, it raises a sharper question. Is influence built through presence or strengthened by staying just out of reach?
Are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that shit.
So by you, you're good, bro. You're fucking good.
Yeah,
He's protecting hip hop.
Yeah.
If you don't speak out and make them the weirdos, then they're gonna think everybody's
Every
like
single
that.
person is like that involved in hip hop culture.
Makes you think, did Jay do it?
Shut up.
He's in trouble. We live in New York, bro.
No.
We live here.
No, free Jay-Z.
I'm just saying.
Shout out Mufasa. We all gonna go and support. Yo, we can all see. You are crazy. That was the craziest thing. I literally.
What's
bro,
the lady at Rock Nation? I gotta send her that.
You don't feel like that happened the same day, bro. What's the day came out the day before the next day?
I was eating Raisin Bran. Okay, I'm eating Raisin Bran. I got my daughter in my arm. I'm scrolling. Right? I see somebody screenshot your shit is Jay and the whole family at the Mufasa Fair. And then the comment is 50 Cent. Jay said, they said I the 13-year-old. Let's go watch Mufasa.
Everybody get dressed. We're going to see Mufasa right now. I just think it was a good look. Like angling yourself as
a family man.
Yes.
But they had to go to the premiere,
that
bro.
was planned already.
And I realized that later, but I'm just saying I haven't seen him in a long time. That's all I'm saying. And I hadn't seen him in a long time, and then I heard this shit, and then I looked and I saw Mufasa. I said, whoa. That's all that fucking happened, bro. You think this is my phone? This is my phone. This is happening at real time. I'm going, yo. He said, yo.
You just gotta say everyone gets these jokes, bro. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, no,
rappers, listen, comedians and rappers, bro. That's
why
the
do
thing.
people come to my page, bro?
That's true.
I know what I'm saying.
You know what they said? Well, you don't think you're gonna happen next? Yeah, that's what they said to me, buddy. Well, you're next, buddy.
These contrasting reputations highlight two leadership styles in hip-hop, one built on closeness and direct engagement, the other on distance and mystique. Both project power differently, but in a culture shaped by authenticity and real connection, the real question is which approach earns lasting trust and loyalty.
There's no girls gonna come out.
Why you sound skeptical?
Because I think there are some women that are like. I think there's some women that are like.
This guy's supposed to be from Queens, bro.
Let me cook
fucked up experience.
You kick him off the corner one time.
No, what I'm saying is I know a couple of exes that fucking throw me under the bus.
You should let him have the corner. None of this would have happened if you let him have the corner.
You know, there's some like opportunists. They'll just throw out the fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. You had to have something. Look, if you already interacted with the person, right, and you hadn't had a bad experience, it would take more for them to say some of the shit that you see these people say. Right? Like, you go, what made you, even when things, we part ways, and because a lot of times when we interact with people, they're not just having fun for tonight. They think we're bleeding into this hardcore relationship that may not materialize. Right. So I see what you're saying, where they can look and go, well, look, you met the girl in 2003. You hung out with her. You had a good time after the show with 30 girls there. You just went and y'all hung out, right? And y'all just part ways.
Right, so there's no negative things between it, but she can look up at the TV now, and you've been a success since then. Feel like that's my life. I was supposed to be there, and be upset with you and say something. But will it have any merit to it?
If I gotta keep
that
it real,
woman hasn't been in my.
You ain't always have the most amicable breakups. You remember where I think it's your baby moms, where it's like she was kind of speaking out, and then all of a sudden the house just got burnt down.
Yeah, but it happens. Left eye.
See,
she burned the house down.
This nigga is crazy. That's what I was saying.
No, my God, he goes, wow. So I know how you feel about me now. No. He's going. He's great. So he saw. He liked the match.
I want my block back.
He go. Look, I have faith in our justice.
I'm a civilian now.
There would be consequences connected to those behaviors and actions that this brother is talking about.
Oh my
I agree,
goodness.
man. Why is that a part of his thought process today while we're here having a good time?
That's a good ass point.
Look, you do have people that really look, when you break up with them, they don't care about you anymore.
Yeah.
So they'll say things and you go, yeah, but it doesn't hold merit. It doesn't have any real.
Yeah, of course. After all these years, and you don't see nothing. Yeah,
the girl that's just upset with you. She's just angry with you. She got you.
Jay-Z's partnership with Beyoncé blends personal narrative with strategic growth, blurring the line between private life and public positioning. Critics argue the union elevated his cultural reach while reshaping perception, strengthening legitimacy not just through individual success, but through association as well.
This happened and press criminal charges. He said, pull up.
But I don't think that was.
Tell me.
Okay, look. Because of the statute of limitation, there is.
There is no criminal. So it's a.
So making a statement is to make people feel like.
But apparently, if she's under 18, didn't you say it still could be criminal?
Yeah.
He knows he's fed.
He used to be a cop. So you turned him into a cop. He used to sell drugs and then he became a police officer. Did you know that?
How to rob. He was a glorified security.
But you know what he would do? When they would arrest G-Unit guys, he would be like, yes. And he was in the court.
Every time.
I was actually the cool one. I'll give you the extra fucking cheese sandwiches and stuff like that. I'll be looking out.
Take care of the family.
Hey, I don't know, man. I think what's the name? I get confused too. When you look at this shit, it's a lot. It's a lot of confusing information, right? But I think when you do point out that why didn't you file criminal cases? Because you can't. It's over 20 years old. This was 2000, bro.
No, but I think if it's a minor,
when they're saying this is happening, I'm not even 50 Cent yet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is that far back.
Yeah.
So it's like it didn't even take place.
Supporters call it a natural evolution. But either way, it shows how legacy can be managed with the same precision as the music. When personal relationships and brand strategy align so seamlessly, the line between genuine connection and calculated presentation becomes hard to define.
He's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing different. He lined up D-Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D-Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D-Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah.
As past tensions collide with emerging legal pressure, the narrative shifts from dominance to accountability. The documentary avoids direct judgment, but keeps questioning the systems that protect authority and extend silence. In this space, fame amplifies everything, both achievement and scrutiny. And when long-delayed questions finally surface, the real test is whether the industry is willing to face them with clarity, integrity, and honesty.
Been around him a couple of times, brother. Been around him a few times, but I didn't know him. Know him as I'm sitting down and I'm breaking bread, eating off, eating a meal around him and shit like that, laughing, talking, and joking like that. I've been around Jay-Z, and one time I wanted to knock his head off, because he was being disrespectful, but he didn't know he was being disrespectful because he ain't that type of dude. You understand what I'm saying?
What happened?
We was in Cancun, and he had a personal assistant from my block named Laura. And he had brought like 3 people to the club. He had brought like 6 people to the club with him, and he was only supposed to get 3 people in. I was running the door at Daddy-O's from Industry Entertainment. They just told me Jay-Z only get 3 people in. You understand? So I'm at the door. I said, yo, Jay, you good? And 3 of your other good, but the other 3 got to pay. So then he said, Laura, handle him. And at that time, the type of dude I was, you couldn't tell no woman to handle me. You understand? When I'm talking to you as a man. So then I said, who you talking to like that? You telling her to handle me? You understand? And then me and him, he didn't say nothing. He just turned to the side. And if he'd have turned back around, he'd have got his head knocked off. But Laura told me, yo, Gene, please, Gene, you gonna make me lose my job. You know what I'm saying? And because 1, she was beautiful. 2, she's from our block. You understand? I wasn't gonna do that to her. You understand? So I gathered myself, stepped away from the situation, and then the promoter said Jay can let his people come in. You understand? But he was being disrespectful. This is the same dude that Harlem cats used to laugh at and joke at. Even we was out there that time, he came to Cancun and he had a fake Versace shirt on, and they was ripping him. I mean, they was ripping him. I know he's a billionaire now. He can wear whatever he got. He got $10 million watches and shit like that. But we talking about back then. You understand? We still have those stories from back then. And it's good that a brother can uplift himself. And that's why he's the type of person that he is, because he knew how guys used to treat him. That's why you could see him trying to sun people based on somebody who gets in that type of situation.
He challenges a culture shaped by quiet compliance, arguing that what looks like restraint is often self-preservation rather than genuine neutrality. Next voice. By speaking candidly, he confronts an ecosystem that often values silence over honesty. The lingering question remains: in a world where influence depends on voice, why do so many choose not to use it?